All right, it looks like we're live. Okay, there we go. All right. Good morning, everybody. What's going on? It's your boy Kilo Loco, and today we are going to be working on adding the ability to add your own flashcards in the app. So, just a little bit of background about what's going on in this app. Building an app for my son. I work on homework with him during the week, and part of that homework is to do flashcards. And so far, we've built out the ability. We've built out the flashcard app to the point to where we can see the decks. Let's go ahead and run this real quick so we can actually take a look at it. We've built out the functionality to where we're able to see what decks we have because we posted that data to the back end. And now what we're going to do is, well, one, we have to be able to actually select each deck and then see the each of the items in that deck. But we also need to be able to add decks because so far I've seeded the data. I did it from the app, but I did it programmatically. So right now, a user is not able to seed their own data, and we're also not able to select this. So that's where we're going to go with this today. So, and we're going to be cleaning up a lot of this too. Well, let's go ahead and get this done. So, you can see the UI that we have so far. Looking alright. It's looking alright. Me, right? And got our navigation stack. The next, what we need to do is we need to build in that navigation ability. So go ahead and create a navigator. Not entirely sure how I want to do this though. Not entirely sure how I want to do the navigator. So we can always go back and adjust it, which is fine. But we'll call this call it app navigator. Or just call it navigator, I think. Navigator. So, right, and I believe we're gonna need Swift UI, but yeah, we're gonna need Swift UI. And this will be a class, and we'll call it. And I believe it's going to be an observable object. We want to be able to access this as an environment object and then be able to manipulate how we navigate through the app. Let's go ahead and try this out, see if I remember what I'm even talking about. And we'll do published variable, and we'll do, they're called paths, but I'm gonna call them routes, and this will be of type route, and we need to create that type right now, but it'll be an empty array. Go ahead and create a route object or an enum out, and then what we will do is we only have one case, and we'll navigate to, let's see, I believe we need to navigate to the details, or let's see, the flashcards. Say flashcards, or we'll do deck. So we want to be able to choose a deck and then navigate to that specific deck. But right now, deck is not identifiable. So let's go ahead and make that identifiable. Also, I don't know if we're going to do this card type thing. May need to change it. Right now we'll do a deck, but it'll be a wire deck. And then we'll update it later because we want to work with the concrete classes just to get this app working. And then we're going to go back, refactor to follow some of the best practices. Generally, it's better to follow best practices as you go. But if you're, it kind of depends on what your priorities are, right? So if your priorities are to get the app out fast, then your code can be sloppy. There's a strong possibility that it's going to be sloppy. And I'm not saying that that's good. I'm just saying that there's a possibility that it's going to happen. Because you're more interested in the speed, right? Than essentially waiting on or spending the time to do everything correctly, right? Because doing everything correctly takes a while. So like if you're interested in the MVP, then you're probably going to do things a little bit sloppy, a little bit outside of best practices. For me, that's kind of where I'm at. I'm kind of interested in getting this thing working so that I can actually use it next week with my son. And while I'm not following best practices in a lot of situations, a lot of these things are easy to fix. What's going on, Dragon Dust? Okay, and then let's see. 1 second. I just need to set this up. All right. Okay. So that's kind of my thought process on everything. All right. So then we are going to select a deck and we'll pass in the deck itself, right? This will be wire deck right now. I believe this is okay. Yep. All right. Now, what this I think actually this I can't remember if this will. Oh yeah, it looks like. I mean, it looks like it's working. It might work because since wire deck is identifiable, I don't know if it's equatable by D. Looks like it might be, which is pretty cool. So since we're able to do it like that, since we're able to do it like that, we can pass in a deck, and then that will be part of our routes. And yeah, we should be good. All right, so let's go ahead and start adding this navigation in here. I'm going to do it from here, but obviously we will have to update it later when we have the highest view, because we want to have the navigator manage pretty much everything. Hey man, hey, what's going on? What's up? Came after a long time. What's cooking? So right now, Anmol, I'm actually creating a app where I cover how to use flashcards, or it's a flashcard app for my son because he does flashcards for his homework. So that's what we're working on. All right, so let's go ahead and create this state object bar. We'll call it navigator. Navigator, and initialize it like so. And then here, need to have a path. Will be navigator.routes. So no. Let's see. Because you know, Swift UI doesn't like to give good information back. Mutable collection, I think. Yeah. Navigator routes. I think this should work. Let's see. What we could also do in the meantime, just so that we can figure out what's going on, is we do it like this. Route. And then I believe this will give us a better error. Let's see. No exact types. Type cannot conform to. Yeah. So what I will do is first, let's go ahead and update the navigator to not take in, or the route to not take in an associated type, or not an associated value. Let's see. Now this might work. There we go. Okay, so it's the associated value. So yeah. Then that means that we need to make it, let's see, equatable. Right? And by default, enum is already equatable, I think. May need to be hashable, actually. I think it's hashable. Okay, by default, enum is already hashable. But when we try to do something like this, where we're passing in a wire deck, like that, wire deck is not hashable by default. So then it's going to complain that route does not conform to equatable, because I believe equatable is part of hashable. So yeah, see, hashable conforms to equatable. So it's like the higher up one. Greetings from Ukraine. Thanks for your videos. I've been watching you since 2019. It helped me to become iOS dev. It would be nice to see your approach to handling deep links in Swift UI. Deep links. Deep links or universal links? Because they're pretty much similar. I want to say deep links are like the actionable. What did I just do? Get back up here. All right. Okay. Deep links, I believe, are like, let's see. I think this. I believe these are deep links. Universal links are a little bit different, I think. If I might be confusing them, but universal links are the ones that come from a website. They both use the same app delegate method to navigate a user. But yeah, let me know. Maybe I'll look into it. Maybe I'll add it to this. Like maybe I'll have like a create deck or something like that in here. I don't know. All right, so let's go ahead and make wire deck hashable. And I'll just add it right here for right now. So we're going to do an extension on wire deck. And it's fine. It's fine. All right. We're going to have to go back and do all this because we're not going to actually keep wire deck hashable. We're going to actually make the deck protocol hashable. And then we'll have to implement how the concrete type is actually hashable. But that's okay. Okay, so wire deck, we're going to make it hashable, which means that it needs to be able to conform to, or it needs to have the double equals function. Let's see if we could get that. Doesn't want to do it. All right, so first we have to do the double equals, which looks like a really sad face. So this is LHS, this is left-hand side, and this is going to take in a wire deck. Then you have your RHS, and that's going to be right-hand side. It's going to take in another wire deck, and it's going to return a Boolean. This is the function that's required to conform to equatable. And you have to declare it as public. Yes. Forgot one word of the signature and it starts blowing up. Ryan. All right, Jesus. 2 words. My bad. You would have put it in there for me, then it wouldn't have been a problem. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna compare the ID, the right hand side's ID, and we're just gonna keep doing this for all the different properties. Name, with the exception of cards. And I think that's actually it. I have 2 properties. These 2 properties are the only 2 that need to be compared. And then we do the same thing. Func hash. This one actually should give me the hasher or hash into. There we go. So then we take hasher and we hash so then we combine the different values. So we would combine the ID hasher dot combine the name. That's how we create hashable. All right, so now we don't have any problems with that. Go back over to Dex view. We remove this. And we do navigator like that. And we're set. So this actually is supposed to be down there. All right. So let's see. Now that we have our list of decks, we need to create a navigation link. And this is going to be, the navigation link is going to, the title is going to be the deck dot name, right? We're keeping that the same, but the value is going to be the deck itself. Or no, it's going to be, oh, because it doesn't know. This is going to be route dot deck, and then we're going to pass in the deck like so. All right. So now, we'll do destinations for route.self, route, switch route, and then case.deck, deck, and then we'll do text, I guess, for right now, because we don't have a flash, we don't have a deck view or flashcards view. So let's go ahead and create the flashcards view so that we can actually navigate to it. What's going on, Ronaldo? Hello from Brazil, Kilo, enjoying your content as always. It's good to see you're going on with your life. Yep. Yeah, been moving, been doing a lot of things. Finding the time to live stream has been extremely difficult for me. But if I just do it early before anybody wakes up, I got the time. All right, so then let's go ahead and create our flashcards view. And this is going to pretty much pull from, this is pretty much just going to be this view right here. So our content view is our flashcards view for the most part. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to actually just copy this for right now. We also need to have a deck. Right now it'll be a wire deck. Again, we're not going to be keeping the wire deck as our primary, but yeah. And then we'll pass in our deck. And let's see. All right, let's just go ahead and fix this. Now, the cards from the wire deck is actually, it's actually a list. Let's see, get this to show. So the cards is actually a list, which is a custom type provided by Amplify. We just have to convert it to an array. No exact. Let's see. All right, let's go ahead and fix that. Ay, ay, ay. All right. For now, let's go ahead and create a computed property. We'll just call this cards. It'll be an array of cards. It'll actually be an array of wire card. Oh, that's why it's not working. Because the cards are wire cards. It won't give it to me. The cards are wire cards. And wire cards do not conform to identifiable, so we could just fix that here. Wire card. And this will, we won't need to do any work for this because again, they are part of our backend and they already have an ID. So this should work now. No? Okay, dude. Weird. Let's go. All right. Okay, so this is complaining that we're passing in a wire card for what's expected as a card view. That's fine. Can't remember if card is actually a protocol or not. Believe it is. Let's see. We might be able to get wire card to conform to card right off the bat. See what happens. Nice timing. I'm about to start Swift programming right now. Oh, nice. Very nice. Okay. Yeah, so wirecard does conform to card. We had set it up based off of that protocol anyway, so that makes sense. We have the flashcards. It's showing a deck of cards. So now looks like we should be able to show the flashcards view from this navigation stack. Flashcards view. The deck is going to be the deck that's passed in through the route. And yeah. Let's run it. Let's see if it works. All right. I see the little indicators. So we do a word deck. Get a fatal error. Call fetch on lazy load. Interesting. Call fetch to lazy load the list before accessing elements. Okay. It's interesting. I didn't know that that was going to happen. Okay. Let's see if we could figure that out. That. So I think I'm going to go back to the, let's do a lazy variable cards, a wire card. So this is going to be an array of cards, of wire cards. That create it like this. I don't think this is the way to do it. Ice Cube's doing some coding. I mean, never heard Ice Cube. That's an interesting one. Okay, so we have the card. Just going to deck dot cards dot fetch, which makes it asynchronous, which I don't think that we can do. So okay. Okay. All right. So I don't like where this is going because what's going to have to happen is I'm going to have to fetch those I'm going to have to fetch those cards, and I don't know how I want to do that yet. I suppose if we create a view model on this flashcards view, then we can do it that way. Let's try that first. If I don't like the way that it looks, then we may have to go back, refactor some stuff so that it's working a little bit along the lines of better practices. All right, so we have our class view model, observable object like so, published, and var, and this is going to be cards. I don't know how I keep doing that. Wire cards like that. It'll be empty for the start. Then we'll also need to have the deck like so. We need to create an initializer. Okay, so we need to have that. All right, wire deck, Jesus. Like so, wire deck. Right, so we have our wire deck, but yeah, that's how we would access it, wire deck. Can't remember why I did this. I feel like this isn't needed though. We'll figure it out. We'll see. We'll see what happens. See what happens. Maybe I don't need this. I don't know. And then what we're going to do is have a function where it's get cards. Get cards. Damn. Let's see. How do we want to do this? No, it's all good, Jason. Just got to understand some people come in here with intention to offend, right? That's all. Get cards for deck. Wire deck. Let's see. Is this what I wanted to do? This might have been what I wanted to do. I'm not sure. Can't remember. Let's do it. Let's do only what we need to do, right? Task, do, and catch. The error. And now we need to create to have our API service. API service, and this is going to be an amplify service. So that over here, go ahead and add in another protocol that says to get cards. Get cards for deck. Going to be of let's see. We really got to change that. We're going to have to change that. And this is going to return back wire card. All right, so now this is no longer going to conform. Let's have Xcode implement the signature for us. We'll do a let result, or we'll say a let cards deck dot cards dot fetch. Yes, of course, try whatever. Like so. Cards is now. Call this to initialize the collection if you have retrieved the list by traversing from your model object to its associated children. Interesting. I am. Okay, let's see. I don't like the way this is going. Okay, so let's see. Come on. Okay, call this to initialize the collection if you have retrieved the list by traversing your model objects to its associated children objects. For example, a post model may contain a list of comments. By retrieving the post object and traversing to the comments are not retrieved from the data source until this method is called. Data will be retrieved based on the plugin's data source and may have different failure conditions. For example, a data source that requires network connectivity may fail if the network is unavailable. Alternatively, you can trigger an implicit fetch by invoking the collection methods such as using map or iterate in a for in loop on the list, which will retrieve data if it hasn't already been retrieved. In such cases, the time to perform that operation will include the time required to request data from the underlying data source. If you have directly created this list object, for example, by calling that, then the collection has already been initialized and calling this method will have no effect. That makes sense. Okay. So let's think about this. So I think since the likelihood of needing to do this when we're working with the actual objects, we're also going to be working with data store in the future. And this also, I think this won't be a problem. So what I can do is instead of going down this route, what we could do is we can have decks. We can also do the await, try await, and we can do dex dot let's see, dex dot card array of decks. Okay, so let's see. Wouldn't do it here. Where would we do it? Dex view. And what I think I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do dex dot for each. And we'll do fetch on each of these. And do that. because do cards actually, and we can't do that because it needs to be wrapped in a goodness. Let's see, card deck. Deck cards. We'll wrap it in task. Deck in like that. Hey, what's going on, Danny? Let's see. So then we'll just do deck index. Pretty good, pretty good. Back to coding live, so if you can see me, I'm doing good. Wait. Cards dot fetch. So let's see if this works. Get cards. What is this? Where are we? Where are we? Where are we? Don't need this right now. A little bit longer than I wanted it to. Not like, I don't like how long that took. So, see if we could do defer on this. Haven't tried this before. I don't know if it'll work. Yeah, doesn't work. Okay. Let's see. Oh, I can actually just do it right there. Order of operations. So it'll display immediately and then it will attempt to fetch the decks. Okay, so let's see if we do word deck. What do you think about Chat GPT? I think that it's pretty freaking awesome. Task group. Try that out. I broke the app. Started using it in my daily job and I found it really useful. How are you using it in your daily job? That breaks that. This is not the right way to go about it anyway. Oh, yeah. Okay, so I shouldn't be having to do all of this anyways. This is the last thing that I'm going to try, and then I'm just going to switch over to just rewriting a lot of this, to be honest. So we're going to go back in here, extension. Go ahead, you have the remote. class view model, observable object, at published bar, and then these will be the cards. Will be an array of wire card, card. All right. Let me think. All right. Func get cards. Task, do, and catch. The error for now. I'm gonna handle errors later. Okay, so then all we have to do is try await, but who are you? I'm me. I am me. All right, so let's go ahead and we'll say let deck like that be of type wire deck like that, and we'll do deck cards fetch. Should work. Has no limit. Oh, that's right. A class cannot infer the initializer. That's why I did that earlier. All right, so we'll do guard let cards. What's this? Let's return self dot cards. Like it's private. Accessing the deck, I don't think. We'll do at state object bar view model. Deck. That doesn't work. Forgot about that. Okay, so initializer, we need a deck. Will be of type wire deck right now. From here, how did we do this? Self dot view model is equal to dot yeah to view. Doesn't work though. This? No, it's not that. It's how did I do this? In a while. State object wrapped value view model. There you go. Something like that, right? No. Underscore? There we go. All right. All righty. So now this do an array of cards. Xcode, come on, man. So this is not actually returning this, so we'll do this. This, and because fetch is actually just a function, it doesn't actually return it. I don't really like that. Whatever. Cards is equal to deck.cards. Cards list. Yeah, man. All right. Just get away from me. I can't with this. Not with this. All right. So try to wait that. Let cards all one line. Equal deck.cards. That. There we go. Got that working. View cards like that working. Okay, so I think this might actually work. You know, I have some RX Swift, and sometimes it's hard to figure out what's going on there. And instead of Googling or asking for help, Mentor, I can chat with it. And in 90%, I tackle the task with it. Yeah. Reactive frameworks kind of suck in terms of like error handling, because it's like it gets complicated really quick. I haven't worked with RX Swift. Should work. I didn't even call get cards. There's no reason why this shouldn't work. Yeah, but reactive framework kind of suck with letting you know like what's going on in the error. But yeah, that's cool that ChatGPT is able to help you like that. That's like a really interesting use case. This, that. All right. So probably missing something here. Sworn that navigation link should have made it work. Yeah, this should have worked, I think. We have the three pieces. We have navigation stack with the path, navigation link with a value, And navigation destination, the route. Now, try this. I don't think this is the case. Pretty sure navigation destination is supposed to be on the inside of the navigation stack. I hate how they do this in so many things. Like, it's bad. Next, what we could try is do a text with the deck name. That works. Then we know that navigation is working and it's my view. That does not work. Don't think that we can get any logging out here. Print or no? Okay, so this isn't working right here. Could be on up here is in the wrong spot. Hmm. Hmm. Next is to try the different view, different whatever property wrapper. Route. Man, we haven't even gotten to like the meat and potatoes. Okay, so it has to do with the fact that I'm using Navigator. Is your UI responsive at all? Can you add like a button below the list just to try it out? Oh, well, I mean, as we can see here, yeah, it's responsive. It was the it's this. I forgot what it was about the state objects and navigators, but like they don't like each other. Yeah, navigator. Observable object published. I gotta remember what's going on with the um hmm. Yeah, I forgot why this doesn't work. I've been in this situation before. State object, observed object. Forgot how I fixed this. I don't think this was it. This wasn't it. I don't want this doing. Let's see. What are we using? Nope. Okay, so let's do navigator dot routes. I always run into this after a while. Okay, so How did I fix this? Why did backwards with so done with it. Why did you undo that, weirdo? Okay. Let me think. Maybe try the navigator as an environment object. Environment object. I think that might be it. I know I was messing with it and it has something to do with that. But this is the problem. Environment objects don't have initializers, right? Because they're passed from the environment, which means that it needs to be passed from a previous view. And this is actually supposed to work because if you think about it, you should be able to have multiple navigators in it. Yeah, so this might work, but this is not how it's supposed to work. Let's just try to get it fixed, right? So object var navigator like so, or environment object navigator. I think there's a different solution to this. If this works, that's good, but there's a different solution. Not always forget what it is, and it's something really simple and really stupid. Just ran into this issue not too long ago too. Where do I have this? Navigation stack working. Stack. Did I do this? I'm pretty sure I used environment object setup a few ago and it worked. Yeah, but there's a different problem here. There's something else here. And it's something small, but I always forget to do it. It's something that shouldn't really be a problem. It's weird. Navigation. Let's see. Where have I done this? I know I have some code somewhere. See if I can sign in. Oh yeah. What type is the route? Is that an enum? Yep. Route is an enum, and enums, you can do enums. And it does have an associated value, which is also still allowed as long as it's hashable. Okay, let me see. Get in here. Let's see, navigator. Maybe I didn't. Maybe this one simple. Can't remember home view. Let's see. Navigation coordinator. Yeah. Okay, so this is a home route. This is all the same. Home route, same. Navigation. Okay, navigation stack. Paths. Okay. And there's something. How am I creating this? State object bar. Damn. It's something small and dumb. And I always overlook it. Path. See, where was it? Dex view. Navigation stack. Navigation link, the value, and then the view. Those two. This. Destination. Should be this. Hmm. All right, let's change this back to state object. State object. Navigator. All right. Hmm. So the functionality does work. It's just like it doesn't like this navigator, and I forgot why. Routes. If I do it like this, everything works. Right? So we click it, it works. It goes to the flashcards. For whatever reason, it's not pulling them up, but that's like that's a completely different issue. Um, Value navigation link. It could be that it doesn't like this navigation link for some weird reason. And then we do it like this. Deck.name. Something weird. Let's see. It's always damn. Everything's right here. Nothing crazy going on with this. An observable object. Home route. Hashable. Damn. Yeah, I don't know. I'm stumped on this one. I am stumped on this one. This is the problem, right? Like, things just don't work sometimes. It's just like, yeah, I don't feel like it. Like, what the heck? Dude, just work. What the hell? Such a weird thing. State object bar. This is the same exact code, and it doesn't work. And there's no help on why it doesn't work, right? So let's go ahead. Let's clean everything. Let's delete the app. I don't remember how I fixed this problem. I've run into this problem several times, and it's such a small thing that I don't even remember how to do it. Yeah. You're only supposed to have to deal with like 3 different pieces: navigation stack, navigation link, and navigation destination. Do that, it's theoretically supposed to work. The next action would be to manually trigger it. Not through a link, but through, what is it? Way to do it. So we would do text deck.name, right? And then on tap, print deck.name, right? Okay, so let's go ahead and take this out. We can manually look at the functionality and see what's going on. So when I tap word deck, it should print out word deck, right? Frequency words, right? Okay, from here, can do go to route, and then routes dot append route. Right. So when we tap on it, do navigator dot go to deck. It's in the deck. Right. So we do that. Oh my god, dude, this is such a weird. Ugh. I hate Swift UI. I hate Swift UI. You have clipped down to yellow. All right. Yeah. It's weird, but it works. So I think the navigation link isn't able to handle. Yeah. Navigation link. Oh, that might be it. Might be this one. That might have been the problem. Destination. No. No, that's definitely not. That's not. Navigation link. Let's see. What's the benefit of using this one? Creates a navigation link that presents a destination view with a text label that the link generates from a localized string key. I want it to look nice, at least. Name. Thanks, Sohel. Got a couple videos in the pipeline I'm looking at. Try to get them out. But until I can actually figure out how to get these videos out in a timely fashion, live streams is where it's at. This is not the way that I want to do this. It should be this. But we have to do this, then let's see. Yeah, definitely. Well, I guess this is the cleanest that it's going to look. So let's just keep it like that for right now. Kind of crazy. All right, and then now we can actually figure out what's going on with the flashcards view. Like, why is it not showing anything? And it's probably because I didn't ever call this. So let's see. Yeah, never called it. So of course it's not going to. On up here. I don't know if I could get away with the perform. Model dot get cards. Let's see. There we go. Bam. Look at that. All right. So now let's make this like a little bit nicer, I guess. Flashcards. The title. Guess we do need that deck. Let's see, can I? That should actually stay the way that it is, but navigation title should just be determined by being called text view. Navigation title is that name. Let's see if that works. Word deck. Yep. Kind of like that better. Cool. I like it. All right, cool. All right, so then now that we've done that, we can actually do what we were supposed to be doing the entire time, which is to have the ability to add a new deck and a new card to the deck. So, let's see. How do we want to do this? Man, I don't. Yeah. Cool. All right, so let's go ahead and um go ahead and add this. I like to make a separate class for this. It's going to be like an action button, a floating action button, what we call it in Flutter. But floating action button, floating action button, action button. All right, so first we're gonna have some type of content, which is going to be type content, which means that this is going to need to be a generic class content forms to view. Some view. Um, see. Oh, that's right. There we go. Any view. Ay, ay, ay. Oh, it's been a minute. I need to just put this in an article. I can find it next time. Swift UI, custom or struct. Okay. Content, view of type this, view. I'm really not even interested in this right now, so go away. Previews. I hate previews. All right. It'll do content. This. Oh, that's what I'm. Oh yeah, yeah. That's what it was. I'll still be tired. Okay, so we have this, and then what we're going to do is we need to have a Z stack, because what's going to happen is the action button is going to be over the content. And I think the way that I like to do this is pushing everything to the bottom right. So we do alignment, and then we do a bottom trailing. We then add a button with an action, which is to be will just be a closure, like so. And the title, or let me think. Is it an image that I like to do? Something like that. Label. Yeah. Image. System name. Um, it will be name that. Then we have to format the button to look right. So hello world. Supposed to be any view. Let's just get this image name is going plus action is going to not do anything. we go. And if we back up, we might be able to see something. Okay, okay. Remove any to at view builder. That's what it was. I know view builder should have been in there somewhere. Thank you so much. Okay. So it does kind of work. I think this was supposed to be. I think actually this was actually supposed to be like this. Did I make this last time? Z stack. Keep everything centered. Frame. Max width is going to be infinity. Max height is going to be infinity. Hold on, let's do, if I do the bottom trailing, both go down here, right? Yeah, I know that this isn't a problem on a list. Yep. Well, it's not a problem on a list. It's actually down there. So we put padding and should be down here. Let's see. Foreground color is supposed to be white. Background. Then we do yeah, we do our padding. We also want to do font large title. We're gonna color padding that. Background color or background color dot accent color and more padding. But now I can't see it, which is kind of weird. It's definitely an interesting situation to be in. That's for sure. Like, no list, it shows up. With list, not dare. No. Then, actually a clip shape circle. They better have. All right. So now if I do alignment, trailing,
that's not doing anything. This is interesting. This is an interesting situation we have right here. That's what it was. Okay. Fair enough. My bad. Trailing. Bottom trailing. So we got the action button right there, which is fine. But if it's not in all list, just kind of weird. This is fine. Whatever. We're gonna have it in a list anyways. It'll work. All right. So now we go back over to Dex view. We add an action button. Initialize it. Image name plus action that and that. Okay. Yeah. So now we could have something like a sheet. This will be the content in here. And then in our view model, we could also say publish bar is create deck sheet visible. Set that to false. View model is set to true. Or we'll toggle, I guess. Toggle. So then let's see. This may need to be on the outside. It looks like it's still working, but I think it's supposed to go. And then do sheet item binding. Oh, not an item. This is just a boolean. Is presented, and then we'll do model dot that. What we want to show is a new view. This. Let's see if we can just get that to work. Okay, yeah. So now we need to actually make the new deck sheet, which is only going to require a name. Create deck view. So we just need a text field. Text field. And we just do some state. I guess we should probably just keep following the same conventions as before, right? Text the content like that, just so that we can get this closed up and we can still have code completion working for us. A little bit that does work. Extension 8 deck 2. class model. And this is observable object likes. Once again, we'll say let API service of type API service, which is equal to amplify service, like that. Go in here. Deck. Name. String. And this, I believe, will return the deck. Wire deck. So let's go ahead and add that in here. And then we could implement the functionality. So we'll say let deck to wire deck, initialize it, pass the name. Let result equals, and this is going to be async throws, like that. And let's see, so we have to try await, amplify API dot mutate dot create, pass in the deck, like that. We switch the result. This let deck should not be an array. Should just be a single deck, right? Only creating one at a time. All right, and then we return deck like that. Failure, the error, throw, error, like that. Let's see. Like that. There we go. So now we could go back over to the, what is it, the create deck view. And we can implement that function on create deck. Like that. We also need to have a publish property to capture user input. So at published var deck name. That API service to task do API service dot create deck name let deck, or yeah, let deck is equal to try await. We're not going to do anything with this deck, but we could just print it out. Print deck name. That catch. Print the error for now. Then we add our view model in, state object var view model that, initialize it like so, deck name, and then we'll update this to say view model dot deck. That button. Deck. That button style will be bordered prominent, like so. So the action, the model dot create deck. And we have to put this in a VStack. So, and let's go ahead and add some horizontal padding. Here we go. Styling on this text field style. Rounded border is fine. Like so. Okay. So now we have the create deck view. That will be our sheet. Deck view. And title, so it's okay. See? Yep. Okay. Yeah, let's go ahead and add a navigation view to it. Hella plain. Also put the alignment at the top. Oh, that's right. Okay. Title. Deck. A new deck. Oh. All right. It's coming together. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. Okay. Now, the way that I'm going to do this is because remember that we're only getting these decks on up here. We're going to handle observing these changes in real time on a different in a different stream. But let's just go ahead and do the create. So the new deck that I want to create, let's say code keywords. So we create the deck. It looks like we successfully created. Now what we need to do is we also need to dismiss. And the way that I'm going to handle that is and complete block void, or we'll call this callback. There we go. This way and update this to be more like this now. And we could do at environment. This var dismiss. And environments I like to have above. So once we complete, we can do, so we'll call view model dot create deck, and then we'll do self dot dismiss dot call as function. So that'll dismiss the view. Now, if we run it again, go ahead and make sure that we do this as not as at escaping. Been a while since I added a callback like that. Actually, let's do deck dot name. All right, as we can see, we have code keywords like so. And then if we create another one like family members, I don't know. We hit create, creates it, and then it disappears. And then if we were to rerun, we'll see family members in there. So family members right there. We're gonna have to change the sorting and everything, but that's fine. Next, what we want to do is we want to be able to go into our flashcards view and also do a create. So go into the flashcards view. Let's see. Then we're gonna add an action button. Plus that. And I'm starting to get tired of this little plus thing, so let's go ahead and give it a default. So in it, go. Go back over to Dex view. Take this out now. Flashcards out as well. Content could not be inferred. You can hold your horses. Generic. Ugh. On then. Leave it like that. Forgot that it does weird stuff like. Okay, that's fine. Like that is fine then. Anyway, let's go ahead and create that variable. We're gonna do pretty much all the same things again. So published is create flashcard visible. And I want to keep the naming conventions relatively the same. So let me double check. sheet. To find that it is the sheet that we're referring to. Go. Action button. Model dot is flashcard sheet visible, and we will toggle like so. Thread issue. Thread issue. Where? Maybe. Did I forget to do something? Probably in the create deck. Thread issue. I suppose this could probably be a thread issue. Actor.run. I don't know if this was a thread issue. It looks like it probably was. But thank you for calling that out for me, Lun. Appreciate it. Okay. Man, what was I doing? I'm tripping. I think I'm tripping. I think I'm. Okay, yeah, here we go. So we just want to be able to make sure that this is visible, and then on up here, then we need to have the sheet dot sheet is presented. We'll do binding to the view model dot that, and then for now we'll just do text like so. And this should be, I should be able to bring up an empty sheet, but this may not work. Let's see. Yeah, okay, so that works. All right, cool. So then from here, what we'll do is we'll create a new view, which is gonna called a create flashcard view. Okay, 1 second, I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. All right, so a lot of this is actually just going to be the same. The only thing different is that we need to have a color picker. So I'm actually going to copy pretty much everything from the create deck view. Like so. We'll go to the create flashcard view. Like bam. Value. Let's do card value. Great. Card. New flashcard. And we also need to create the view model. So let's go ahead and do that. Extension, create flashcard view like this. Yep. Model. Observable object like so. And then fill in the things that are missing. So create deck. So we want to create a function called create flashcard func, create flashcard is going to have a on complete fallback at escape. Like so. Flashcard. To add in a state object bar flashcard our view model. There we go. The dismiss property or environment variable at environment this var dismiss and have a property to handle the flashcard value. So app published var flashcard value string. There we go. So this is pretty much set. The only other thing that we need is a color picker. And I haven't worked with one of these yet. So it looks like I need to hard color. And then we need to have a binding color. Published var hard color. And this will be a color. And by default, let's just do gray, I suppose. And view model dot hard color. I've never worked with this. Okay, cool. Interesting. I wonder if there's a way to do hex. Oh, you can do hex. That's pretty freaking cool. Okay. Swift UI, you did something right. I like it. All right. I do like it. Next, what we have to do. Oh crap. We have to convert the color to a hex value. Swift UI color to hex. Initialize and then color to hex. Come on. All right, let's add that in. Content view. Really got to clean this up. Maybe that will be the live stream for tomorrow. Only thing is, I don't know if it includes the hash, and I don't see that. Yeah, I think I'll add the hash, whatever. Okay, so plus like that. Let's add our hash like so. Where are you? Okay. All right. So then let's go ahead and once we have that, let's see. Go back to our flashcard, create flashcard view. Um, need to actually update our API service. So we're going to do a function, create flashcard value string color or hex color string, and that's all we need for right now. We're gonna have to go back and clean all this up anyways, so I'll just leave it like that. This will create a wire card. So now we'll have Xcode fix that for us. Create card. Do let result or no, first we need to do let card is equal to wire card. So ooh, okay. And deck ID string. Like that. Okay. So value hex and deck ID. So let result is we'll try wait await amplify API mutate create card. So or switch over the result case success let new card return card case failure error, and we throw that error like so. Okay, so now we are able to create the card. Okay, we're able to create the card. We'll add this to our create flashcards view. So let's go ahead and do we need to have the API service service amplify service like so. And what we're going to do is ask do catch print error main actor dot run, and we'll do something in there. Need to await like that. From here we're going to call the API service. So let card equals try await API service dot create card. We pass in the value flash card value card color dot to hex, and then we'll just do this to white. Gonna probably change that, and then the deck ID to make sure that we have access to the deck. So need to update our initializer. Let deck type wire deck. So it deck like this, wire deck like that. Self dot deck to deck that. We'll pass deck dot ID here. We're gonna clean this up so it's easier to read. Then we need to update the initializer. So this will be view model like that. Create the initializer like this. Deck, wire deck. So from here, we need to have, needs to say self dot view underscore view model. Come on. Model is equal to, we'll initialize that state object with a view model that is being passed a deck, which is coming from the initializer like so. Do this. Oh yeah. It name over. That fixes that. We'll to use it. Once we have the card, print saved, card dot value. We'll do the callback like so. And I think that might be it. Now all we have to do is make sure that in our flashcards view that we open this up in the sheet. Flashcards view, we pass in the deck, which we already have at the top. Don't have it at the top. Okay, so let's do that. Oh, this will be wire deck actually. Deck is equal. So there we go. Okay. All right, let's see if we can add a card to the code keywords. So we open it up, we hit this, we should get a, yep. And we'll say var, right? Let's see if we could get this without the capital. So var and ay, ay, ay. Okay, this is gonna drive me crazy. So let's just go ahead and go over to the create flashcard view and modify this text field because this is insane. Text base. Guess the input. I know we have keyboard type, which should be just let's see. I don't want the default. And Swift UI text field. What is it? Is the keyboard? What is it? The input type, I guess. Not keyboard type, text content type. That's what it is. Text content type dot. Let's see. Username. Text content type with lower. Swift by text. Is it just the auto? Oh, there it is. Auto capitalization. Text input auto capitalization. Okay. Text capitalization. Characters never. Like so. Good to know. All right. Let's go ahead and add bar. Much better. And what I want to do is like first I want to choose purple. Obviously. I like this purple right here. That's the one right there. That's the one. All right, so we got that color, but let's see if we could keep this. So like the 7, let's see if we could keep this. The 7 E5 when we save it, right? So 7 E5. And then let's go ahead and create card. Okay. So now let's go ahead and run it. See if it's in there. It is in here. And I wonder like how close it is. Now, I bet like the math didn't do perfectly, which is fine. But I kind of want to know. Be the fastest way to see this. probably in the flashcards. So we'll just print self.cards. Let's see. So code keywords 7E5. It did the conversion pretty dang well. That's pretty cool. All right. So I think that's where we're gonna leave it today. The app is like fully functional now. In terms of being able to like see and do this one. And able to see like the different cards, switch between the different decks, have the well, this only has one, but have the different decks, have the color and all that other stuff. Next, and then in the next live stream we'll go through, maybe we'll clean up, maybe we're gonna do the observing like data in real time. Not sure how I feel about that right now, but we'll see. So it'll either be observing the data in real time, cleaning up the code, or well, yeah, and then if I do decide to observe data in real time, I may actually add the delete functionality too, because we want to be able to delete decks and cards and stuff like that. And then I'll eventually get to some other like CRUD operations or something like that. But yeah. All right. Well, thanks for joining me here on beautiful Saturday morning, and hope that you learned something new. Go out there and keep putting passionately.